I'm like, oh, where are those going?
We're holding you hostage till the end. I bought these incredible dragon scissors from Subversive Cross Stitch.
Hi there. Welcome to the Notorious Needle. I'm Sarah. I'm the designer.
I'm Bridget. I'm her mom.
And on this channel, we talk about cross stitch. We talk about, sometimes we use profanity. So,
not safe for work words.
Or maybe little ears occasionally. And we also talk about current events and how that affects our stitching from a liberal perspective. So you have been warned. If you've returned, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. And first, I'd like to congratulate our giveaway winner from the previous not the previous Flosstube that was about stitching in the wild.
Right, the one before
that, which was number 38, I believe. 39.
I'll tell you.
It was 39.
39.
So I'm giving away the pattern, this pattern, just the paper pattern. It says, love you to the moon and back. So I've already stitched it, so I'm passing it forward. And the winner is Crafty Tabby Cat. Crafty Tabby Cat wrote, we love you to the moon and back. Sorry you didn't get to go to Vegas. Yeah, our trip, our flight got canceled, so we didn't get to go. But
it was a big snafu, but it's okay.
But we did go to Stitching in the Wild, and that is the previous Flosstube. Yes. But congratulations, Crafty Tabby Cat. I will contact you to send me your information so that I can send you the pattern. Now, we do now do a giveaway in each Flosstube. However, it's placed randomly throughout the video so that people who are watching the video, actually watching it, have a better chance.
We're holding you hostage till the end.
Not necessarily till the end.
You cannot leave.
Somewhere in the middle. And then before we get started with your comments, I just need to make an announcement. As of May 31st, the Notorious Needle web store moved to Gumroad, and you can no longer download your patterns from the Notorious Needle. Hopefully you have watched the previous Flosstubes or on the email address or in social media, and you will have seen that so that you can get your purchases. But if you're having trouble, that is why. You can contact me, and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. But you're probably not the only one who wasn't able to download your patterns
despite the fact that she's made numerous announcements.
And so it might get, so one of the reasons why I'm moving the web store is because my website has been under attack by spammers, and I'm having a really hard time getting through my emails. I literally get 50 to 100 spam emails a day. It's really, so this is part of why I'm moving it. So that's not going to happen anymore, and I can respond to you more quickly.
Better customer service when you don't have to dig through 100 spam emails.
Yeah, yep. And then if anything ever happens to the Notorious Needle website, you can still get your patterns on Gumroad or Etsy if you've made those purchases. So, okay. Your comments.
On to the good stuff.
On to the good stuff. So, we like to start off the video with a few comments from our previous Flosstube. Most of them were about the giveaway pattern. There were a few that were not. So, Viral Prime wrote, your enthusiasm is contagious and I can't wait to dive into these patterns. It's always exciting to discover new designs and expand my cross-stitching collection.
Awesome.
That is awesome. Thank you, Viral Prime.
Well, we are enthusiastic. We really love it.
Joanne Pacheco, who we met at Stitching in the Wild.
We did.
Wrote, you ladies are so fun to watch. I know I'm late watching this, but glad I was able to catch up to Flosstube. I love the moon pattern, very pretty. Also, I enjoyed meeting you both at Stitching in the Wild. What a blast.
We enjoyed meeting you too.
Very much. We had such a good time.
We did.
I love cross-stitch retreats.
I like the people. And I like the giveaways, you know.
Yeah, the little freebies. Oh, so we're terrible enablers. And Amanda Dunklin wrote, I am doing 2 sals right now and signed up for another one.
I feel your pain.
So now I have another addiction to add to my cross-stitch pattern collecting. So we are collecting sals now. Well, Mom is collecting sals now, and now so is Amanda, which is hilarious.
Well, misery loves company, Amanda. Have fun with me.
So I'm going to try to limit the reading your comments to 3 because sometimes that tends to go on.
Oh.
And I'll try to, if anyone has a question about like a technique or how to cross stitch, I'll try to incorporate one of those too, because I'd like to have like a little mini tutorial in our videos, because people really appreciate those.
I did notice, sorry to interrupt you, I did notice that 2 people had questions.
Okay.
And you answered one of them. And then I just recently, sorry, I didn't see it before, went on and answered the other one about the Afghan pattern. So I went.
Oh, was that in the video, the previous Flosstube comments?
Yes, it was.
Oh, I don't see it here, but anyway, go ahead and if you don't mind sharing.
I answered her already.
Can you answer now as
well? Oh, okay. Well, she asked me where I had shown the Afghan. I didn't bring it because I didn't work on it. So whips that don't get any love don't get shown, constantly brought up.
Yeah.
But I am working on a crochet Afghan, and where I found the pattern was on Just Vintage Crochet. And so in the comment where she asked, I put a link to Just Vintage Crochet's video where she shows it.
Okay.
And if you crochet, she's got a cute channel, and she goes into patterns anywhere from 1840s to 1970s.
So that link will be in the comments for Flosstube number 39.
Right.
Thanks, Bridget.
You're welcome.
So that brings us to new Stitchy Stuff.
Yay. Now, the new Stitchy Stuff we're going to show you now is not the new Stitchy Stuff we bought at Stitch Nanigans or at that particular cross-stitch covered visit.
Right.
Yeah, because we've already shown that.
Yes, that was in Flosstube number 40, which is the one we did all about the Fort Lauderdale retreat stitching in the wild, which is sadly moving to Alabama.
Yeah, but if you missed that one, go back and watch it, because I'm not going to repeat myself.
Okay. Go ahead, new Stitchy Stuff.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I went online and I bought a project bag.
Ooh.
And yeah, and not just a project bag. Oh, I got to pull it all out. The project bag, I bought this beautiful Santa face project bag. Here, let me pull this out so you can see. See, it's all Santas. And if you've watched this channel at all, I'm a wee bit obsessed with Santas. I really like stitching Santas. And I bought the little Notions bag to go with it. So freaking adorable. And it came with this little covered button. So she had a metal button that she covered with the same fabric and made into a needle minder.
And where did you buy this from?
And I'm about to tell you, because I had to pull it all out. I bought it from Michelle Burgess, Lake Wind Studio, and it's on Etsy. And all I did, to be honest, was I Googled Santa bags.
Santa cross-stitch project bags?
Santa project bags. And it's the vinyl. The back of it's quilted. It's, really, really, really nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Now you have
but I bought it to put my Santa pattern in.
Okay.
However, math is, I'm so good at math.
Oh, are you talking about the table runner Santas?
Yes.
Oh.
Did I measure it? No. I just looked up the bag and went, oh, that's really cute. They'll go good together. Didn't fit. But I did get a bag that did fit. I got it at Stitching in the Wild. You'll have to go watch that video to see it.
From Garon Stitchery.
Right. But this is still beautiful, and I already have a project in it. And I will have several more that I can put in it. So not a problem. Because then, once you go down this rabbit hole on Facebook, well, there's a Facebook group.
Oh, good grief.
Called Stash Busters, and you can get rid of your cross-stitch stash. The idea was I was going to get rid of some of my cross-stitch stash, but that is not what actually happened. What actually happened was I saw other people's stuff and decided to buy it.
Wow. Oops. That backfired.
A little bit. But, I got some cute stuff. So this is a Santa holiday ornament kit, and it's actually a counted glass bead. And it's the kit, so it's got the beads.
Interesting.
Yeah. I've never done this before.
Okay.
I've done other beading.
I have a question for you. This Santa is blue, and it's red and white and black.
Right.
Oh, I guess the presents. Because I'm wondering, why are there green and gold beads in there?
Maybe the present?
But yeah, maybe the presents inside his sack, and you can't, the picture's not great.
No,
So I'm
not
thinking
completely.
in here, there's different colored beads that you can't really see well. Because
I won't know.
if you look at the bead pack, it has all different colors. And I'm like, oh, where are those going?
We don't know.
I don't know. I guess you'll figure it out.
Never done this before, but it's got a cross stitch pattern in the back. So
which
if
I'm gonna
I
have to
chose
blur out
not
now.
to bead, I could just stitch it.
You could.
So that's why I grabbed it, because I could bead it or stitch it.
It's a quick little Santa.
Quick little Santas, or easy peasy ornaments. And this one also was on, and this is a Catamar Designs counted cross stitch. It says quick and easy cross stitch, and it's a kit, and it's another Santa. Yeah. Shock.
Does it say if it's DMC floss?
It says kit contains 14 count, 100% cotton white Aida cloth, backing
It just
fabric,
says cotton floss.
Cotton floss.
So probably not, which means it's. So
Right.
I have a rule of thumb that if it doesn't specifically say what brand of floss it is, it's probably not color
DMC.
fast.
Right. Which means I won't wash this.
Yeah, don't.
But that's okay. And it has beads.
Oh, cool.
It has little beads with it, because apparently
the star
and all around his coat, there's a glare from the lights, all around his coat, you see all these little beads here.
Yeah.
So more beading. I'm so glad I bought that beading thread.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be using it.
I guess so.
And then I couldn't resist this one, because it's just dragon. So
I think I've seen that before somewhere.
You might have. And it's not a kit, so it doesn't come with the finishing parts. It says no smoking except by dragons. And it looks like it's a hanger. It's not going to be huge. It's going to be kind of on the smaller side.
Well, it says there it is.
14 count would be about 6 inches by 17 inches. So it's going to be like, a door hanger kind of thing. I just couldn't resist. Dragons,
Right.
That's my other obsession. Santas are just easier to stitch than dragons. So then on a subsequent visit to Cross Stitch Cupboard, I saw the pattern when I was there the first time. She didn't have any in stock. So I said, oh, can you order it? And of course, she ordered it for me. And this is what it's going to be. It's Santa all year long. And if you can see, there's it's all the months of the year and Santa in all these different outfits. Now, I foolishly thought that this was one pattern, right? Because it was done on one piece of fabric. It wasn't until I actually went to the checkout counter, to my shock, I found out it was actually 13 patterns. So there's a pattern for each one of the Santa and a pattern for the words. Now, each one does come with all these little charms and all these other little gewgaws that they had on the main thing. But I had to buy each one of the 13 patterns separately.
Okay.
So there was a little bit of sticker shock.
Are you thinking you're going to stitch them all together or in one piece, or are you going to do them individually?
Well, I think I'm going to do both.
Oh.
Because having paid so much for these patterns, I'm going to get my money's worth out of them. They're going to get stitched more than once. They may end up as ornaments. I'll probably do one whole big Santa through the year. I might add them to the Santa table runner, 6 on one side, 6 on the other.
Oh, no.
No, you don't like that idea?
I wouldn't do that. No, because they're not in the same style at all.
No, they're not.
These are a little more cartoonish.
No, and this is Amy Brucken? Amy Brucken? Brucken? Amy Brucken Designs. And Amy, I love your design, but sticker shock. I didn't know it was a stitch along. And so you paid for each design. Each month was a separate price.
They're super cute.
They are super cute. But you know what? Your stitch alongs, you pay one price and you get all the pieces. And hers are a bargain compared to this. I'm just saying.
Okay.
But while I was there, now Cross Stitch Cupboard does give out a free pattern every time you buy a certain amount.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is, but I must always make the target amount every time I go in there, because I always get a free pattern. And this week I picked this one, which is the ho ho ho. Oops, sorry. Gonna have to blur that one too.
Yeah.
Gosh, why do I do that?
I don't know.
So
I did it too.
This is the ho 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 pattern, and so that's going to end up being a It's also by the same person who did these patterns,
Oh, okay.
Amy Brucken Designs. So it comes with the free pattern. So that was really super cute.
Cool.
And I think I have one more new Stitchy stuff. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I do. Okay, that's just a piece of paper. I bought these incredible dragon scissors from Subversive Cross Stitch. Yeah, let me take them out of the plastic so you can actually take a peek at them. They're so cute. See? Whoops. See, I keep putting it in front of your face.
Well, you're supposed to. That way it focuses on the
Okay,
scissors
see
and
the
not our
scissors?
faces.
And he's got a little diamond where his eyeball goes. It's just adorable. So she scored like 20 pairs of these from somewhere. She didn't really say. And she sent out an email saying she had dragon scissors. And as soon as I saw that, I was
It
like,
was over.
I had to run, literally, like click. I stopped everything I was doing and just
It's so
clicked
funny.
online and bought them because, well, 20 pair, they're going to sell out fast. And Subversive Cross Stitch, she probably has, like thousands of people on her email list. So I don't know if everybody else is into dragons, but I certainly am. And those are super cute and very sharp. So I had to pull them out of my my project bag to show you guys. Now I'm going to put them back where they belong. In fact, I'll probably put them in the project bag when I do the dragon one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That means
Okay.
I'll have to get a dragon needle minder.
Does it?
No, maybe it doesn't. I went a little crazy, and next Flosstube I'll have probably 10 new needle minders to show you.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Etsy, I should stay off that.
That is a rabbit
Oh,
hole.
man. Between that and Facebook, I'm telling you. But I don't mind spending a little bit of money on other people's patterns that, I get used, or kits that people didn't use, because it's a little less pricey, than buying them brand new.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all my new Stitchy stuff.
Okay. So I have a little bit of new Stitchy stuff. I went crazy buying embroidery scissors because I really wanted to have a small pair of scissors for each project. Now that I'm separating out projects into different project bags instead of one big bag because I have too many, I kept trying. Where's my scissors? I only had like 3 pair, maybe 4.
Oh, blasphemy.
And I like to have a pair out. I have a pegboard over here, and I have a pair there, but they stay there. It's for if I'm working on some random thing, not like a specific project. So I bought a bunch of scissors. So I went on Amazon and I bought the set of 4. So it's these 4 scissors, and they came with the little sleeves. So you've got this pretty like oil slick Aurora Borealis, and this pale blue that goes into this paler green. These are kind of fun. These are like tropical color almost.
Oh, cool.
It looks like it's supposed to be a paisley pattern.
Oh, maybe,
but it's hard to see because scissors are narrow. And then this like blue into pink pair. So those are for me. And then while I was buying scissors, I said, well, let me get a whole pack and I'll give them out at StitchCon for our table mates. So I bought a whole bunch, all different colors.
They look like little swans, don't they? When you take one out?
No, they're storks.
Oh, storks, right.
Yeah. So
the classic ones, yeah.
Yeah, this is the classic stork scissors. They're all storks shaped.
And that's like a turquoise
and they're all different
blend.
colors. Yeah, this is the
Purple.
like the oil slick Aurora Borealis. Whatever.
Oh, look at this one. This one's really pretty. Look at that. It's like all floral.
Yeah.
All paisley floral.
So there's
all
enough
different
for
ones.
all of our table mates at StitchCon next week after we're recording this, and then a couple extra.
I'll be a table mate.
Yeah. And I have one more Stitchy stuff, but before I do that, I'll go ahead and do the random giveaway. So this week, or this Flosstube, we are giving away a tail end weaver. So there's 2 in here, and what this is if you have a tail end sticking out, you slip the loop end under your stitches, grab the tail and pull it through, and it grabs your stitches. And it's easier than threading your needle over and over and over again.
Now this is really good.
The holes are bigger.
If you play floss
chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which means you get yourself down to like this much floss at the end. Those
not
last
quite enough to
stitches.
It's not enough to thread your needle and leave it threaded as you push it through. So this is good for that. So if you would like this little freebie, you need to use, let's see, what word should we use?
Oh, you didn't figure that out ahead of time?
How about weave?
Weave is good.
Okay, so
W-E-A-V-E.
W-E-A-V-E.
Weave.
You need to spell it correctly. Otherwise, I won't find you. Let's see, use weave in a sentence. Do not use the words giveaway or raffle or anything like that, because that way spammers won't get a chance to win. You must be over 18, live in the 48 contiguous United States so that I can mail it to you.
Sorry, Alaska and Hawaii.
Sorry. I think what I'll do is like the paper patterns I'll mail anywhere,
but those are kind of a pain.
It's not worth any money. If it's lost, I can't replace it. Please be a subscriber, and please have completed the Google form in the description box below so that I already have your address and I could just mail it to you right away. We don't have to correspond for weeks and weeks, missing each other and getting back to each other. If you have not filled out the Google form and your name gets picked, I will skip it and pick the next person who has filled out the Google form. Okay, so use weave in a sentence in the comments below.
Quick note about these, I also have them. I have found them to be really useful, mainly if you're using 14 or 16 count
Oh
Ada.
Yeah, it's a little big for
if you
smaller
use
than
18
16
count Ada, the bottom end loop will probably not fit through. But you can also use it as a needle threader. Yes.
Can you? It looks a little big for a needle threader.
Nope, I used it in my needle.
Oh, all right. Okay. Yeah, so
not the really narrow eyes, but the other eyes, I was able to use it as a needle threader as well. So
there you go.
Yep.
Okay, so the last Stitchy Stuff I picked up a nice set that I saw on Amazon. I couldn't help it. It's a Victorian style needlework gift set. I bought a gift for myself for Mother's Day.
Gorgeous.
And when you open it up,
I didn't see that before.
She hasn't seen it. So you have a set of cardboard floss cards.
Cute.
Which I will probably use as project cards because I use bobbins.
They're big for floss cards.
They are big. Yeah.
Oh, I see. You're supposed to pop this top thing out, and then they would go on a ring. And then do you wind the floss around them instead of dropping it through a loop?
Yep.
Oh, I see. Wow.
So here is an awl, which is you can also use as a laying tool. Here, I don't know what the formal word for this is, but this is for pulling ribbon through stitches or elastic. Another pair of pretty antique style embroidery scissors. A needle case with needles in them. But the needles that it came with are embroidery needles, so they're pointy tip. They're not tapestry needles. So they're not ideal for cross stitch. You could still use them for cross stitch. They're really good for hand embroidery.
Yeah.
A couple of thimbles. These are metal.
Turn this one around so I can see because they're two different
kinds. That one's open. This one's like a standard thimble, and then this one's open.
They're used the same way, basically.
They are. And then you have a thread cutter pendant. So you wear this as a necklace, and then in between ththese each notch, I don't know if you can see, it has a blade inside.
It's trying to focus.
Yeah,
but
sorry about that. And then you pull both sides of the thread on either side of that notch. You pull it down, and the blade inside trims it. So,
and this is really good on a plane because you can wear this as a pendant and you don't have to bring any scissors whatsoever.
It's not good on a plane. TSA does not like these.
Oh no, why?
I don't know why. I think it's because it's
metal?
It's metal. I'm not sure. But
that's ridiculous.
If you look on their website, they say pendant thread cutters are contraband.
Oh wow! Well, I'm glad you mentioned that.
The thing about
I was thinking about using
the thing about TSA, and if you're not in the United States, that's our airport security, basically, where they I forget what TSA stands for goodness sake. Words, man, words.
I know
Anyway,
what we call them, but I don't think I could say that on.
they're doing a good job.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, the thing about TSA, American Airport Security, is that even if you take something on board a plane that is technically not contraband, they can take it from you. So even if it's approved by TSA, it's up to the individual agent.
Yeah.
And their direct report and all their supervisors all the way up the chain of command will support their decision in taking your stuff.
So if somebody's going through your bag at TSA, smile, be nice,
Yeah.
butter them up, kiss their ass, because otherwise they're going to take your shit.
They
And they
can. Yep, they can, even if it's not considered contraband and it's not listed as restricted on the website. Yeah. But anyway,
well, this is a really pretty set. I love this.
The pendant, if you look on the TSA website, and I only because I've done this recently, is it specifically says like pendant thread cutters are not allowed.
Okay.
Carry on.
So I guess you just wear it when you're just stitching if you don't want to have your scissors with you.
I just wanted a nice traditional set for myself.
Very pretty.
So I picked this up as like a Mother's Day present to myself.
Aww.
And I plan to use this with the most traditional type pattern that I'm stitching right now, which is Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. And I'll be stitching that for years. So
you'll get a lot of use out of it.
Yeah. So that's it.
Oh, so pretty.
Yep. So that's all my new Stitchy stuff.
Hey. Yeah. We spent our money, so you don't have to. But you know that's not how it's gonna work.
I'm sure this is not like like made in China or something. I don't know. But I really liked it. So, and I had picked one up for you a while back.
Well, you know, it's funny because I was just going to say I have almost that same set. It just wasn't in a box.
Yeah, it was in like a plastic box instead of
and
a
the needle
one.
Case and the ribbon
threader. It was like the Victorian style.
Yes.
And I really
was
liked
looking
it,
at it and I'm going, that looks really familiar. I have that set.
I bought that for you years ago, and I liked it so much. I got one for me.
It's in my DMC box, and I do use it.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Alrighty, so that brings us to finishes.
I have one.
One? Okay,
I
go
have
ahead.
only one.
All right.
Well, because the last time we filmed was just like
it was 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Our time.
And I'm doing 3 stitch alongs.
Oh yeah.
So I haven't had too many finishes.
Yeah.
But I did finish this one, and
yay!
This is a design by Notorious Needle. Actually, it's upside down.
And
and you're going to go, I still can't read it. But maybe it's because you have to put it in the mirror. That's the back. That's the front. So this is going in a frame. This is going in my bathroom, right behind where you wash your hands, so that when you're standing there and you look in the mirror, you're going to see it says nice butt. Nice little affirmation every morning.
Also, peekaboo, someone was looking.
Right? But this is on the Notorious Needle website if you like this pattern. It's I love it. I think it's hysterical. And this is using 1 stitch of floss and 1 stitch of the gold. And I didn't use the gold that you had in the pattern. I used the gold I had left over from father or son.
Sure.
And it blends, right?
It's still
shiny. Can you see the shiny?
Yeah,
I think they can see the shiny.
It's hard to tell, but that's really metallic.
But it does in person. You can totally see it in person.
Yeah.
And it was a quick stitch. It wasn't difficult. Although I think it was easier because I was using the Markup RX and I was able to mark as I was going along. Less frogging. Mm-hmm. But
it came out great.
It looks so cute.
I can't wait to see it finished.
Me either. Are you? Yeah, I gotta get a frame. I gotta look through my frame stash because I have a stash. That's my only finish.
Well, I only have one finish. I actually have a finish. I never have finishes. If you're new, I never. But it is a start and finish. So I started this at Stitching in the Wild, and I finished it at Stitching in the Wild. Well, I finished the stitching part. So there you go. So these are, this is freebie motifs from craftwithcartwright.co.uk, excuse me. And they had a freebie Halloween PDF. And then the fabric is also a freebie. It's called Witch's Brew. It's 14 Counts White Art by Jude Designs, and it's one of the freebie samples that they were handing out at Stitching in the Wild.
So she started it at Stitching in the Wild, and she finished it there because she wanted to ring the bell.
I wanted to ring the bell, so I rang the bell, and this I'm going to make into probably just a felt thread bed, just because I can. Anyway,
yeah.
So that's my one and only start and finish. Yay, Mom! All right.
Well, you don't usually have a lot of
No, I don't usually have finishes. So next is whips. Works in progress.
Yes.
And we usually have a lot of those because I'm no longer a monogamous stitcher. Thank you, Flosstube. I always started and finished a project before I started a new one.
A new one.
For decades.
Yep.
But now I no longer do that.
As did I, but
you don't have yours already?
I did, but this one I had taken out because this is the one I had in the Santa project bag. So this is I started this at Stitching in the Wild. This is the one I got off the freebie table, so I am repeating myself a little bit.
Okay.
But only because now it's a whip. So it says, I'm not a hot mess, I'm a spicy disaster. And this is by Leisure Arts. And it's actually a kit. It's got the hoop in it and everything. And this is what I got done so far. And it's got it's got little sunflowers on it. It's cute. I only stitched on it for like 2 days.
Okay.
So, yeah. Let me put that away. And you know what? I did have another finish.
Oh, okay. We missed one.
I just found it. Well, it's not really. Well, it is. So when we were at Stitching in the Wild, we got this little cute quartz holder that someone had crocheted, and I stole the pattern. I mean, I stole the pattern. But I'm doing it in StitchCon colors. So it's red and white. And I made a few of these for our table mates. So that's my crocheted finish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
that's why you did the red with StitchCon.
Right, because StitchCon's colors are red and white. Oh. And I just made as many as I had red yarn. And so I ran out after a little over a dozen, I think. But they fold and they hold your little, it's a thread bed quartz.
Quartz, yeah.
Whatever. Right.
An quartz collector.
Right. So this is another kit that I bought on Facebook. So this was kind of new Stitchy Stuff, but it's a whip. And it's Summer Welcome Banner. And who made it? Well, the kit's put out by Creative Moments. And basically it says welcome, and then at the bottom you can barely see, but it says and then you're supposed to put the family name at the bottom.
Okay.
So I'm actually making this for one of my relatives. I don't want to say which one because they might be watching, but I've gotten this much done.
Wow.
In fact, I'm almost finished.
Yeah.
I only have a few of the outlines to do, and I'm not going to finish it till StitchCon.
Ooh.
So I'm going to do all the rest of the outlines at StitchCon so I can ring the bell.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get to ring the bell at Stitching in the Wild.
At StitchCon, they have a finish bell. And they had one at Stitching in the Wild, too. And when you finish a project, you go up, you ring the bell, and everybody cheers.
Everybody
Yay!
claps, and you show them your project. So I'm actually going to finish that at StitchCon.
Okay.
Because I could have finished it last night. And I said, no, I put it away. I started working on something else. Otherwise, I will be a little bummed. I don't have as many whips as I normally do. I'm just checking that's 2. Okay. So this is one of my Sal's. So this stitch along is the Cup Stitch Along by Witches Gardens Crafts. And I got the King and Queen done.
Oh, cool. They're mermaids.
They are mermaids. Yep.
Mer people.
Her people are mer people.
Mer people.
This is her own tarot design, it's not anybody's book. And
it's not like a deck that already exists. She's creating her own.
But I'm looking for I always leave the piece of the the card clipped to the fabric so I can tell you what the fabric is.
Uh-oh.
It fell off, but it's in the bag, so it's okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's called Ledger, and it's my Fabric of the Month Club by Stitch Me. And I don't know if you can see, but you can see it from past floss tubes. There's some blue in here. There's a lot of gold in here. And so it actually, the blue and gold, the blue goes with the theme of cups because cups are for water. And the gold picks out all the gold in the chalices and the rest of the designs and stuff. Don't mind this. This is how I mark my corner.
That's the corner. That's the 3 inches.
So I actually have a border that I can frame. Huh.
A little bit of an allowance there.
Right? Yeah.
For a change.
For a change. Exactly. So, and this nerd actually fits in that bag. And let's go to the next one. I'm missing one. Who am I missing? Oh, he's in that one. Okay.
I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds like my kid's using the microwave.
Probably. This is also, which is Garden Crafts. This is my other stitch along. And this one is the Major Arcana of the Tarot.
Oh, that's full coverage. Was the other one full coverage?
No, actually, remember, I thought the other one was, and that's why I was worried about covering up the fabric. But you can see behind it, they didn't do, but this one I chose to do the full coverage. She actually has two different ones. One is the quote easy, which just is more or less the figure and nothing in the background.
Okay.
But I wanted the full coverage because I want all the background. You know, when you're reading tarot, a lot of times some of the background is important. And so we've gotten the Fool done and can't see it, and the Magician. So, and there's my
your voodoo doll.
My voodoo doll needle minder. I'm pretty sure that came from Rebel Stitcher. I bought a bunch of needle minders from Rebel Stitcher. And this fabric is called Vanilla Latte because clearly it's just, you know,
what
vanilla.
count is it?
And it is, I believe this is 16 count Ada, and it's also from Stitch Me, from her Fabric of the Month Club. Buy the fabric and the pattern will come. That's my motto. And so let's see, that's the Tarot Cell Cup Cell. Oh, I got two more. Save him. Here we go. I've worked some more on the kitchen towel, the make yourself at home, clean my kitchen. And this design is on Notorious needle. And you can see last time I just had this part done in the house, and now I've got this part done. It's going to say home. It doesn't, and I forgot the stick on the A. I'll have to add that. I must have run out of black there. And then I got sidetracked and I counted down and started doing the pile of messy dishes. Yes. And there's my stitch, my needle minder for that.
Okay, hold 1 second. I'm gonna check her microphone.
And then my last whip, the infamous Santa. I'm still working on the Gingerbread Santa by Sue Hillis Designs. He was actually the first Santa in her series, but he's number 7 for me, my table runner. And
oh yeah,
I got more of his legs done.
He's lighter than he looks on the picture. The colors on the picture are much darker.
Oh, they are dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's not really red. He's more of a brick. And I had the last time I only had sporadic parts. I finished his legs. I got up to the ruffle of his jacket. I did all that mostly at Stitching in the Wild, but the frog visited me a few times, so I put him down.
Yeah.
Because I was like, clearly I need to do something a little less intense when I'm sitting there
and chatting,
gabbing, and yeah. So those are my whips.
Oh, nice. Alrighty, so now I can do my whips.
You can.
So my first whip is Here Right Matters. And this is one of mine. This is by the Notorious Needle. Here Right Matters. It says, "This is America, here right matters." And this is a quote from Colonel Vindman during the first Trump impeachment trial. And he was talking to his dad and trying to help him feel better, saying, you know, we're not in Russia. I'm not going to be assassinated for speaking out against the president. And while Colonel Vindman is still with us, thank goodness, he was fired. Anyway, this is as far as I've got. From the last time I showed this to you, I finished right and I started matters. So I only have the word matters to finish, and then I am done with this and I can frame it. And this is going to go on the wall somewhere. Somewhere here. I might take out this 2022 pattern. It's time. We're halfway through 2023. It's time to take down my 2022 pattern. Next, I'm stitching Yggdrasil, and I don't think, yeah, I can show you the picture. So this is what it looks like. This is what it's going to look like finished. This is Yggdrasil, or it could be called Yggdrasil.
Without the yellow line.
It's also called Celtic Tree of Life, and this is by 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy. And I am stitching this 2/2 on, I think this is 36 count Wapo Blue by Needle Bling Designs. And this is what I've got so far. So last time I only had this tiny little bit up here, but now I've stitched further down that first circle. So I actually got decent stitching done at Stitching in the Wild, like more than real life, more than normal life. Because normally I really only stitch on like my lunch break, but I got, you know, 3 extra days of stitching, so that worked.
And shopping.
I can't show you the finish for this because I don't have it, but I am stitching Harder Daddy by Ezo Studio Designs on Etsy, and this is how far I got. You can see where this is going. So I just need to finish the hiney over here. And down here, the legs join together to form the point of the heart, and there'll be some fishnet stockings, and then the heart, you know, the rump finishes at the top. And I talked with my husband, this is for his man cave, and instead of Harder Daddy at the top, it's going to say Amy Papi.
Does he know how to spell that?
Yeah. It's going to be hilarious. So this is for his man cave. He can't wait. I asked him, I said, oh, do you want me to stitch this or start something new? Because he's building a bar shed in the backyard, yeah. And I wanted to stitch something for that. And he's like, no, finish Harder Daddy. So, and then the final thing that I worked on, I did not work on this at Stitching in the Wild because it's complicated, but I did work on it at home. I can't show you the finish because it's a stitch along.
And they haven't released it yet.
Yeah, this is the
Dark
Goddess stitch along by Witch's Garden Crafts. And here I have the Morgan, which is the first release. And then part 2 of the first release, I started the kitties.
There's Freya.
There's going to be 2 kitties. She's riding a chariot. And I'm stitching this on 18 count Blue Ada by DMC. I did change the dress a little bit. I used a variegated, which I don't remember what it was, but her dress was navy blue, so I changed it to this lighter blue.
That looks nice.
So that it would stand out more.
Yeah.
But from last time, I had only stitched the Morgan, so I finished her back stitch and then I started Freya. So
I did not bring the Dark Goddess stitch along this time.
Because you said you didn't
because
stitch
I
on
didn't
it.
stitch on it.
Yeah.
Nope, since our last Flosstube.
That makes sense.
Yep.
And those are my whips. You see, I already had them out of the bags. I'm just saying.
Oh, I see.
Keep it flowing, keep it flowing. Yeah, so those are my whips. And I think that brings us to plans.
Plans. Well, you know I already planned to finish the welcome mat hanging thing to
oh yes, that's going to be your finish at StitchCon.
StitchCon. Yep. And I may start that other Santa. I don't know. But of course now
one of your new Santa patterns?
Right. The new one that I just bought.
Yeah.
The one, not all the 13 patterns, because I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do with those yet. But when I saw it, I just knew I was going to do it. I just don't know really when.
Okay.
But I do need to do the Dark Goddess stitch along. She's going to release 2 more goddesses come June 1st.
Okay.
And she's also going to release 2 more cups come June 1st. So I know I'll be working on those.
I will be focusing on Harder Daddy. I need to FFO my Smalls Exchange for StitchCon. In previous Flosstubes I've shown you, it's Summer Landscape by The Stitch Patterns on Etsy. It's a full coverage 6-inch hoop. I just want to gather it in and put all the goodies in a bag. And maybe I'll finish this little...
Yeah, that's a good idea.
This little thread bag dude.
Finish him.
You know, it's cute. I don't usually stitch cute, but the fabric screamed cutesy Halloween to me. So
yeah,
I mean, it's called Witch's Brew,
right?
Which I love. So yeah, so those are my plans for the next little while. Because we have StitchCon like a week after we're recording this.
That's a plan.
Yeah,
that's a plan. So then we'll have to do another Flosstube
about StitchCon.
Excuse me. About StitchCon, yes.
Yeah, and we'll share with you all of our stitchy adventures.
Are we gonna shop at StitchCon?
I don't have any money left.
I think I might be out of
cash. Petty cash. We'll see. I mean, maybe we'll bring some stuff for the freebie table and shop the freebie table.
I will definitely will. Yeah. I think my reputation precedes me at the freebie table. But I do plan on contributing.
Good use out of all of it.
Yes, I have to say that the things that I brought home from the freebie table, I used. So it's not like they came and just added to my stash.
Yeah.
And I'm going through my stash, and I do have a bag of stuff to bring to contribute to the freebie table.
Okay.
And I think I'm only going to bring a couple of items for the brag table. I think I'm only going to bring like maybe Mother Moon and Father Sun for the brag table.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons for that is that we had gotten there a little bit later last year.
Oh, and the brag
table was
so there's
full.
More than one, and they were completely full.
Yeah, and then I was seeing on the Facebook page, that somebody planned on bringing 10 things to the brag table, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not, because I can brag here. I have other outlets, and I just want to save the space for other people. I don't think I need to bring 10 items to the brag table. I finish a lot during the year.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Like dozens of projects I finish during the year. So, I mean, I could do 2 whole brag tables all by myself.
You probably could.
So I'm just going to bring a few things. I'm not going to go nuts, but I think you should bring, maybe some of your designs to the brag table.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I probably will.
Yeah.
I think that's it for now. So,
hey, I'll bring nice butt.
Yeah.
That'll give me a good impetus to put that
put in a final finish.
Yeah, fully. I wasn't going to say the F word. I was trying to get fully finish out of there.
Fully finish. Fucking finish it.
Fully finish it in a frame.
Motherfucker.
Clearly, it must be time to go.
It's time. All right. So until next time,
stitch on.